Welcome back.
Welcome back to Fat Boys RC. How's it going on out there in the real world? Boom! Very, very dramatic entrance today. And again. Well, anyway, my mate Rich down at Medway RC Raceway says to me, Friday night, bangers, do you fancy it? I was like, yeah! Did I know that he meant radio control banger racing, not going out clubbing and being young again? Oh well. So you can guess what my reaction was. I was like, yeah, I'm that old sad that even that gets me excited now on a Friday night. Yes, I remember the days when I was out partying with you young people and I had hair. No, I don't actually, but there you go. Anyway, so what we got today? We have got the Kamtec long wheelbase banger kit. Now, Medway RC have been trying to bring many disciplines to the area. We've got our touring cars on Tuesday night and our M chassis and our trucks on Tuesday night. We've got minis on a Thursday night, and now Rich wants to do oval racing and banger racing on a Friday night. So that's your mini oval racing, your banger oval racing, your 1300s. What can you do, eh? So what am I going to need for that? Well, I'm going to need a banger, and I didn't have one. So Rich said, yeah, here's a banger. You build it, you do the video, you get down there, and the banger is yours. So I shall claim this banger for England. Right, so this is the long wheelbase RC banger kit from Kamtec. No others are available, not today. And here we got our banger kit from Kamtec. This is different to your normal kind of kit. It's a much more simple build. But obviously being a banger and going around banging, it's got to be robust. So straight away we have metal chassis. Got to have your metal chassis if you're going to be bashing things like that. That's violent. No, I mustn't do that, I'll get arrested. So in the kit, what do you get? It's a very, very basic kit. Now inside here we got the variable speed controller, which is the manual one. Comes with the servo ready to go. We've got ourselves some wheels, so we've got the KSC soft tyres there for it. Front and back, no ball race on the front one. We got the pod for the back, for the motor mount, all that kind of stuff. And then we got various little baggies, axles. We got little servo mounts. We got turny buckles. We got kingpins and springs and things like that. And lower arms type of thing. But this is not a real in-depth build like you would have with a, say, Tamiya or the Schumacher that I built the other day. This is a much more basic build. This is entry-level grassroots racing. One of the things you're going to need on top of that is your body shell. So what body shell did I select? I went through the box to find something big and leering, and I selected the 1937 Chevrolet. Chevrolet? Yeah, Chevrolet, not Chevrolet. Sorry, Americans out there, I'm English. No, we don't have these big gaudy cars over here. We like little minis and things like that. Thank you very much. Very nice. Very good. We don't use all the petrol. There you go. So we've got our 57 Chevy. So that's basically it. It's a real basic kit. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all that together, do this little strut jump through video for you, and then I'll paint the top, and I'll show you what you do with the top as well, because there's a couple of little things. This is ABS plastic rather than your Lexan, so tough. You've got to have a tough body, obviously, if you're going to go bashing, because otherwise it's going to smash to pieces straight away. It will smash to pieces anyway, but a bit slower. So let's put that together, get all that going, and see what you think. Now I'll grab some radio gear. I'm going to use my old GT5 for this. Don't need anything super sophisticated for this. I've got myself a little JX Servo off AliExpress for the front, and that's the way you go, sort of thing. So it's quite basic. So anyway, I'll zoom you in and we'll build it up, yeah? Cool. Keep watching. Okay, people, let's start building the Kamtec banger, shall we? So we open the box, grab your instructions first, we'll see how it says. Assembly instructions for the Kamtec. So it wants us to start on step 1 with the chassis. So get the chassis out, take the baggie off, chassis. Now you know which way up the chassis goes. Obviously that's the internal of the car side, that's the external, because it's got the indents for the countersink for the screws. So lay that down there. Then we've got to find all our parts. Now, first thing that it says lower arms. There you go, lower arms. Shall we start there then? No washers, no nutting. Up one way. Kamtec facing up, I do believe. Yes, it is facing up. If you look at the lower arm, it's actually got a mark there for it. In goes your screws. On goes those. Little nut on the top. These are going to be 2mm. Get your 2mm screwdriver. The first one. Say before, these are quite a rudimentary build. Don't need to have all that technology in them to be absolute and nutty fun. Right, so that's your 2 on. What's our next step? We need to find these posts. Okay. So this is the Long Bake Spacer Pack. So we've got these lovely long screws going up through that hole there. That going on top. That going on top of that by the look of it. We're going to repeat this one 4 times. We need to use some pliers or something like that to lead up. So there you go, you've got your back screws on there, and your arms and everything on there. Stage 1. Stage 2 wants us to actually do the servo. So we need the servo now. Get those little screws out of the way for a second. Got a feeling I'm going to need those ones. Right, servo blocks. Well, these are a little Phillips head. Get this Phillips screwdriver and screw them in. Right, so with the servo saver we're going to need to pull that out just a tad. So just drill a couple of the holes a bit bigger. I'm going to go through the one. Don't go through your hand. Right. I'm going to do it slightly different to the instructions. I'm going to bolt these arms on first. Now they shine down, I'll show them to the front. Right, get them out the back. These are my nuts, so I shoot my gun. Oh boy. We need to centre the servo before we put this on. So let's take it that the servo is centred right now, which is a really stupid way of looking at it, but hey ho. Got loads of screws sitting here. Always a good idea to have lots of spare screws on hand when you're building a car of any kind. Move it. And there you have your servo into the car, like that. we have now put the little slide pin and nut mount in there. That's not in there tight because obviously you have to bolt down on top of it to tighten it up. So what would be the next step? Stage 4. Oh, we are now going to build the elusive shock absorber. Quite a rudimentary shock absorber. But there, there's the job. You need your kingpin, and us mini racers, I know all about bloody kingpins breaking. You need your suspension springs. Should have some E-clips. And you should have some washers, but it doesn't look like they have given you the washers in the kit. So again, we may have to refer to the toolbox. Kingpin. On the bottom of your kingpin you want to put an E-clip on there. Now these little buggers are hard to get on, they're easy to get off. Just put it into the groove. And then pinch it on with a very small pair of pliers. So see it? Little kingpin on there. So that is sliding up through there. Like so. Wow, that's tight. Put this tight. And goes your spring. Then would come your washer. Sorry. And goes your arm. Then would go your washer afterwards. So we do need the washer. So I'm going to get some washers from the toolbox. And we'll do that. Right, so I've gone and got my little washer pack. Nice little washer in there. There's one. There's actually a spacer. Give me that one, shall we? Is that too big? Too big. Let's that one. Goes in like that. Once your washer is on, you then get another E-clip and you push that on up there. After a very long fight with the kingpin, we've actually got it on. So now we need to just bolt those to the lower arms. Right, so we have those bolted to the lower arms onto the servo. So what's our next step? Step 6. Oh, we got to do the cage. So with the cage, we're going to need a little bit of Loctite. So Loctite, where's my little bits for that? That one goes on like that. This is a tip from the mini racing. we put a little bit of Loctite on now. Get that one on like that. We'll then get our pod. Slip our pod on over the top, like so. If you look at the various caps and things we've got here, we need a washer, we need a nut. So that's that on there. We then need to get the rear shock springs on, which is these here. So what you do, you get those. One of those goes either side. Over this little thing here, little thing here. Then we have a cup. We have a washer. Want those screws done up, or nuts, sorry, done up just a tad. This is nice and loose. Like so. You've got a nice loose back end. And that's the pod in now. Right, finally got that pod on there. Pain in the bum. Now it's time to build the rear axle. So with this one, you put your bearings into here. Grease would probably go amiss there. that goes through the middle. Like so. That goes on the end. Like so. That's basically your axle in. It's held in by the wheels. Now, I was going to be putting the standard motor in it, but at the moment I haven't got the soldering gun with me to do it. So what I'll do, I'll put this little torque tune in it at the moment, which is slower than you would normally use on a Kamtec. Honestly, why? I'm being such a dick. Okay, so that's going on. So you know what that's for those? On his wheels. Close up rears, inputs. I'm going to drop this spring gear on there loose at the moment. Need that. Right, so we've got the standard spur gear going on now. Drop this on loose. On the spot top. Just there. Spur gear on. So the spur gear goes on. Or does it? That's the first thing that's worked out today. That's gone on straight away in pretty much perfect place.
the other wheel on. And the front wheels we don't have any bearings in on the Mini, on the Bangers. I'll put some of them in. Servo, electronic speed control. That's your motor wires, obviously. Right, that's the basics of the car are built. So the basics there, so the wheels are on, like that. I do need to solder those wires, which I might have to do down the track because AO. Right, what we're going to need now is to put the front body support on. Hi. Right, so the Banger got built. Took it straight to the track on the Friday after filming the basic build video to see what we could get down to. Spoke to the guys down the track, they made a few suggestions. And one of the first things that became apparent was the speed controller wasn't really great. It's because it's a mechanical speed controller. It was very start, so when you got hit, sometimes your car would stop and not start, and then would start a few seconds later. By then, you could get smacked all over the place. So one of the things suggested was to replace the ESC. So guess what? We replaced the ESC. So it was quite a simple matter of just removing the mechanical one and then just sticking a Hobbywing 1060 in there, which is a standard brushed ESC. Most people got knocking around. If not, you can pick them up for about £24 online. So we installed the Hobbywing 1060. We've got all the correct body posts for the Banger so that we could put the body shell on, obviously, because the ones I put on it in the video are temporary ones, and these are the real ones. And also we installed the posts on the underside here so that we can slide the battery in and leave the battery in place. The idea is the battery stays in the car while you charge it. So there's the Banger, all built up and ready to bang. And they are good fun, I must admit. Just keep watching for a second. There's a bit of video there from the oval racing night of the 1300s and things, a little bit of the Bangers. This is at Medway RC Raceway in Chatham, Kent. We would love to see you down on a Friday night with your Banger. Kits and parts are available at the track. If you don't want to do the bang racing, come on another night. Race your touring car, race your MTC, race your Mini. Come down, bring whatever you want to bring down, race it on the track. Anyway, video coming up soon will be, the next one will be painting the body shell, because as you see, we did the Banger body shell. 57 Chevy. Fat Boys RC race livery. There you go. Not bad, eh? Aged it a little bit with some dirt, some scratches, and obviously a little bit of racing. So, well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you like the video, like the bloody video. Really like it, subscribe. Come and watch more. Come and make some suggestions. Come and show me what you want to see. See you in the next one. Bye.
That brought a smile on your face, doesn't it? Where's he going? You see that? It's dangerous. Yeah, a bit dangerous, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think they bother marshalling it, mate. I don't think they bother marshalling it. The computer knows who the winner is. The wall there, Dan. Oh! Go over.